Two thermal properties significant to living organisms are that water has a high specific heat capacity and also a high latent heat of vaporization relative to other liquids. In this simple demonstration, we're heating up oil on the right-hand side and water on the left-hand side, and you can see from the graph that the oil increases in temperature a lot quicker than the water does. This is because water has a higher specific heat capacity than the oil. That means it takes more energy to change water's temperature by a given amount than it does for oil. Therefore, water can absorb a great deal of heat before it starts to change temperature, and so you can see in this demonstration that its increase in temperature is at a slower rate than that of the oil. Water's ability to absorb a great deal of heat without changing temperature as much as other substances also relates to its high latent heat of vaporization. Its high latent heat of vaporization means that it can absorb a great deal of heat when it evaporates or changes from a liquid to a gas. Cohesion between water molecules results from the polar covalent bonding found in the water molecule itself. The water molecule is made up of one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms sharing electrons in a covalent bond. The situation is that the oxygen attracts electrons towards itself more so than does the hydrogen. Because electrons are negative, if they're being attracted towards the oxygen, this leaves the oxygen with a slightly negative charge and the hydrogens with a slightly positive charge. Because of this charge distribution, the bond is therefore known as a polar covalent bond. If you then consider that this applies to all water molecules, it's easy to see how one water molecule can attract another one. You can have the slightly positive hydrogen being attracted to the slightly negative oxygen, and this forms a hydrogen bond. The two water molecules being attracted to one another is known as cohesion. As a result of the polarity we just discussed, water is an excellent solvent of other polar molecules. A solvent is a substance that dissolves a solute, where the solute is a chemically different solid, liquid, or gas. In this simple demonstration, I'm dissolving salt, NaCl, which would be the solute, in water, which is the solvent. The salt, NaCl, is made up of the ions Na+ and Cl-. It dissolves in the water because the Cl- is attracted to the slightly positive hydrogen ion, while the Na+ is attracted to the slightly negative oxygen ion.